Firefly Studios, and I am back with another video, and today is my showcase of my Stranger Things Lego minifigures, and these 5 minifigures are from the Season 3 of the show. I decided to make 5 of the figures, which are probably my favorite characters from the show. Now, I was going to make Will originally, but I didn't have enough room on the custom stand that I made that I kind of, the upside downized, I guess. Really don't know how else to kind of describe it. It's kind of black, it's got some blue, got some like stringy wire stuff, and I just think it looks really good. So that's kind of that. And the stand is made up with a bunch of plates, and it's kind of on these slope studs with the sides on it. So this first minifigure is Dustin, and he's probably my favorite character, if not my second favorite character from the entire show. So now his head is very complicated. It took a great deal of time. So his base for the green hat, since I didn't have a green hat, I used a red hat, and then that is just attached to him on his hair, and his hair. Also, shout out to the music man reviewer for this idea, because that's what he used for his Dustin. I really don't know what his Dustin looks like at all, but he used a different hairpiece yet again. I think it does look a lot better than mine, but I painted a I guess a Frodo hairpiece from the Lord of the Rings, and I glued it onto the back of his head. I also cut it so that, of course, his hat can fit onto there, and I think it just looks really good. I also used, I think his name was Gray from Jurassic World's face, and I think it looked good. It looks good. His torso is dark brown, has this like super sleek, I got this like super sleek navy blue paint, and then I painted an orange torso jacket. It's really not that great, if I'm being honest. And then of course he has like a badge for Camp Nowhere or whatever he went to. And then of course his he has tan shorts. And then of course the skin color doesn't really look well with the black, but I do think the white, I mean, but it still looks good. And then his arms are a tan color, and then I just painted the top sleeve orange, and that's Dustin. Now let's go on to Steve. So this is Steve. He uses a Bucky Barnes hairpiece. I really don't know. That's where I got the hairpiece from. But I think it looks good. He uses Zach's hairpiece from face print from the Jurassic World sets, and I think that captures whatever the actor's name is. I completely forgot who he is. And then he does have the I don't even remember the ice cream place's name, place name anymore. Either way, he still has the kind of uniform that you have to wear to be in the job, I guess. So he also has his watch here, which is not that difficult. He has his bat, which I probably was the first thing I made for this minifigure. Basically, I just got a old Harry Potter one piece, and then put a bunch of dots on it, because obviously I'm not going to sculpt each individual nail. Also paint them and then glue each individual one onto it, because that's too much work and I don't have time to do it. He also does have an ice cream piece, which is nice. He has a blue kind of t-shirt, I guess, and then there's like a white outline, which is very messy because I'm not that great of a painter. So I'm still kind of a noob at this stuff. So however, he does have some nice detailing on the back. It's terrible. It's kind of smudged. And then the lines, don't even get me started on that. No. And of course the shorts are not really, yeah, they're not even, but that's fine. These figures took way too long. I just have been motivated to work on them, and I finally got them done about couple weeks ago, and I'm just happy I got them done, because now I don't have to worry about doing them anymore. But yeah, that's Steve. So here we have Mike, and he's probably the most simplest figure I made. Really not that difficult. I got a Ron Weasley hairpiece, or Luke Skywalker, same thing, and I kind of painted that black, and that's to match his face. And then I used the Peter Parker face print, because I originally had Frodo's face, but then I decided Frodo's face looked better on Peter Parker instead of him. So yeah, he also has like a dual molded arms. Really don't know why it's gray. I just chose it because I didn't really feel like making a short sleeve. But he also does have like a blue and orange stripe that goes around, and then of course he has like a blue thing. I really don't know. And then of course he does have shorts and then white shoes like everybody else did back in the day. So yeah, that's Mike. So I'd say 11, and the next figure Damn you, heater! So, anyways, let's just ignore this because I'm not waiting 15 minutes to continue filming the rest of this. So, 11, she's probably the best looking figure, or one of the best looking figures. The next, I think Lucas is probably the best looking figure. It's just the cleanest. Her arms, this was before I got tan paint, so I made my own using a bunch of whites, a little red, and some pink, and I think it looks good. Her torso is very simple. It's made up of yellow splotches that are not uniform at all. I just randomized them, and then she has black pants with white shoes because everybody did back then. I also used Rose Tico's head. I really don't know why. I guess it looked good, and this figure doesn't disappoint. So this is Lucas. He's probably the best looking figure, as I said before. He's also simpler too. He also has some skin right there because it's kind of like a tank top kind of. He has some like Chinese writing. I really don't know what was on his shirt. It was very random. And he also has the 2 red dots. Don't know why. And then he has his arms there. And then I don't think he had shorts on, but I just put dark gray pants. And then of course he has the red on the back. He uses the fin hair piece and the War Machine face because the War Machine face does not look like Don Cheadle at all. It looks more like Lucas. So that's Lucas. He has also tan shoes as well, which look really nice. And yeah, that's it for the Stranger Things minifigures. So that is gonna conclude the Stranger Things minifigures. Kind of wasn't very motivated to do this because it was kind of a side project on top of Decor when I was working on this. And also Stranger Things kind of was dethroned by The Mandalorian as my favorite TV show, so it doesn't mean I'm doing customs on The Mandalorian at all. Hopefully I want to, but if they're going to make a bunch of sets, there's no point in making a custom, and that's why I'm not screwing up The Mandalorian I already have. But I do have a long list of customs, and they just take time, and also a lot of motivation. I think that building mocks is a lot easier than customs. Take a channel like Michael MGF, who is very good at this, but yet again, he doesn't build mocks, at least what I know of. He probably does, and he just doesn't tell us. Other than that, that's kind of it for this video. I really want to do more customs. Trust me, I really do. I still have to do my Ghost Rider face. I'll just pop this up. I've had that Ghost Rider minifigure, probably the simplest thing ever, and for like 2 years, and I still haven't made a face for him because I'm not lazy. Also, Venom, I still have to make a second eye for him because I just don't want to screw up anymore. So yeah, customs, they're in a good spot right now. I'll figure them out. So yeah, so goodbye guys.